Alright, so we're going to go over a build today. It's my personal build for my judgmental pally. His main thing that he does is he gives a little mark of judgment, and eventually it'll blow up. At least with this build. First we'll go over the gear, go over the runes that I use, and then we'll go over the abilities, Paragon board, and everything like that. You can use this build from the level 1 all the way through. The highest tier I think I've ran is about a tier 30, but I am going to run a tier, or not a tier, a Torment 2 run for you guys, so you can see it. And then I hope this helps anybody that might be looking for a new build, trying out something new. Maybe you're doing this, but you're just stuck. Or if you're just coming in and you want to see what the pally can do. I'm hoping this helps somebody out, and thanks for coming by. So, first off, we have this helmet. This is a must-have, but if you're in the levels of 1 through 60, it's alright. It's okay. Just use it the best you can. You can pick this up in the Helltide, but as soon as you get up into the Torments, you are going to want this. Mainly what you're looking for is strength and maximum life are the kind of the biggest two that you're looking for. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name, but this is huge because of the lucky hit skill on there. And then Undying Bone Wave armor. This is just the best that I've gotten thus far. I don't believe this build is optimized, and when I get it optimized, you guys will 100% see it. But we have strength, max life, life on kill, and +2 aurora skills. Go over skills, you understand why I got that. And then printed, when you cast a skill, you heal. It's just the best that I have right now. Not necessarily the one I want to use, but the best I have right now. So there we go. These gauntlets, I was going between these and Fist of Fate. Fist of Fate is amazing, but you do a lot of basic skill with this build. So I think this one actually works a little bit better. At least for now. And then down here, Archon Fluids of Dazzling Light, Strength and Max Life, once again. Life per 5 seconds, which is huge. Faith per second is huge as well. So I think these are top tier. As it comes for the first time you apply judgment, you daze an enemy. It's okay for these lower levels. I don't know about higher up, but right now it works. I am only using these for the movement speed and the critical strike chance. There's another pair of boots I would rather have, but right now these are the best I have, and they work phenomenal. So if you get these, don't worry about it. Go ahead and use them. Great for movement speed, because otherwise he moves a little slow. Sunbrand weapon is a must-have. Heaven's Fury. When we go over it, you'll see my ultimate is Heaven's Fury. And because of that, I get 3 additional rays, so I'm actually got about 6 rays that go all around the field, and my respawn time on it, the cooldown time on it, is very fast. And then, of course, I'm using basic damage here. And then I've got strength and all stats right here. And Jaguar's Eye of the Golden Hour. This is the best one I have found so far. I know there's better out there, but it does the job. Strength and max life once again. And then we got damage, movement speed, but big one here is what I imprinted on it. Judgment. Detonations can detonate other judgments early, and it just spreads. Blah, 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 blah. It's pretty fun to watch. And then we got our skull, 900 physical resistance. This ring is the best I have found thus far as well. Strength and max life. Again, the main two that we're looking for is that. Vulnerable damage is okay. It works, but you're not really doing a whole lot of that. But it does work. And then this, it just spreads. Getter skills just, they chain, they just spread. You'll see what I mean. And this is another must-have. Must-have. Deals 225% increased damage. Chance to explode twice. So this is another must-have. And then the shield. Still looking for better shields. But I do like this one. Mainly for that fortified generation right there. So I do suggest on your shield, look for stuff that has fortify on it. Because of what you'll be doing on your Paragon. So imprinted judging enemy grants 76% increased armor for 5 seconds. Pretty good. And we got 40 strength. Now for my runes that I move up here, I moved them down here so you guys can actually see them better. We got the Igni rune and the Blessed Spear. This one goes on the helmet. And then we have Neo, avoid health for avoid taking damage. And then our awesome wolves. That's what I have in those 2 spots. That's the armor. This build so far for me has worked amazing. So just if you have better, more optimized gear, I just using that. But if you want a good place to start, it's a good place to start. These are not required. Neither are these, but they're very nice to have. Very nice to have. On your oath, you're going to be running Adjudicator because we are doing a judgment. You're going to want the Adjudicator. Abilities. We'll do the Paragon here in a second. Feel free to take screenshots as we go. That way, if you're confused on anything, you can always go back. You're going to load up your Holy Bolt. You don't need to at start. At start, just get through and follow the map the best you can. But you're going to want to hold your Holy Bolt is going to be one of your strongest and most used attacks. So you want to load that up. You do one here and then one into Holy Bolt, deals 20,000 damage. It's just ridiculous, right? And then you're applying Judgment with their Holy Bolt. What you can do when you're leveling is you can use Blessed Hammer and go straight up to make it right here and it'll spin around you. I use this all the way up until about Torment 1. My build just doesn't follow it to the best of its ability. If you want to use this, there is other builds out there for this, and I will eventually be making one after I optimize this one. So hopefully you guys are still around. We'll be able to do that. And then you'll also have 3 into Ingrade, 3 into Parry, 3 into Reposit. Then you want this Aura. This helps you with critical strike, chance, and attack speed, and it weakens enemies. If I were to take this out, I would put this on. Or if I took this out, I would put this on. It kind of depends on where you want to go with it. Okay, so if you want to do exactly, we got... Okay, apparently I can't remove any. Okay, so I have 1 in here. 1 there, and then right here. So there you go. And then down here we got longevity. You gain 30% healing received. Who doesn't like to heal and stay alive? Now we got this one. This will be another one of your main ones. Right now we go one down and one to the right. I help judging enemies. Now, if you want to fortify some more, then use this one. But trust me, this spreads across everywhere. You see a judge and you just see things blow up. It's pretty fun to watch. Also, at the end of this video, you will see me do a Torment 2 run, so you'll be able to see this build in full action. And we got one in Resolute, one in Conviction, one into Courage, and then one into the best offense. You're not picking anything in here. I experimented with some things in here. This would be about the only other thing that might be okay, but for this build, you don't really need anything except for little sub-sections here. This is another Aurora. I got 3 into this. Generates 10 faith for each enemy and judges enemies. It kind of looks like a bright shining dome when you use it. It's kind of fun. I use it quite a bit. I actually have it on my right clicker, so it just shines everything up, and then everything you just watch everything start blowing up. Then go down 1, so we go 3 into Righteousness, 1 into Pacify, and 1 into Dizzying Blow. Then come down 1 more, Iron Sharpness, 1 into Break the Line, 1 into Heavyweight, and then the big boy, Spirit of the Heavens. This is another one that you're going to use a lot of. Judgment, and then Judgment. So this one consumes Judgment, reduces Spirit of the Heavens active cooldown, and then Mark remains 11,461 damage per 8 seconds. If you have enough Judgment, you can use this. If you turn it into a core skill, then you want to come back up here and get this. So keep in mind, just keep that in mind. If you think you have enough stuff that you're judging all the time, and you have enough Judgment to keep it going, this is a good option. It hits hard, and it'll be really good against bosses. This does really good against bosses too. I've one-shot bosses with it, so just food for thought. And then here's your ultimate, Heaven's Fury. Again, this goes along with that weapon. So I go 1 up and 1 to the left. 3 beams. That doesn't look like a whole lot of damage, but 5,000 damage for 7 seconds with 6 beams. Does quite a bit. You can also use this one, which is really, really good for bossing. But with the beams, it follows it around, so it's better for pits. And come down, got Shining Armor, 3 in the Giant Slayer, 3 in the Sacred Arms, and then 3 in the Master Craftwork. Then you're doing Judgment Day. That's your tree. Now for the Paragon board, this is what I've got so far. Once again, nothing's optimized, and I'm working on doing stuff. Plus, I am recording this completely live. I want everybody to use this the best they can. Killstiller, welcome in. I love those emotes. First board, we got Turf. I will put a Judgment one here eventually. I've got a couple of other ones. I am going to put a Judgment there eventually. Second board, we're using Honed, and the board is Sentencing. Does amazing work, amazing work. And then this one is Endure. This is why you want Fortified. And then Law. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you plan on going through here. Here, I'll go down here first. Give you some time. Come up here. Voila. Now we'll go over here. I don't have any mercenaries yet. You can pretty much set this up however you want. It's not going to really affect anything. The only thing I would say for sure is have this one so you have your fortify, and this one so you have your keys. Otherwise, set this up however you really want. Other than that, I'll see you at the end of the video when I'm running through a Torment 2. There you go. I know I got a little lost there for a second in that dungeon, but I hope this helps anybody that's trying to look for a new build or wants to do something new. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great one.